private fund vehicle, it's less liquid and the fees are generally, much higher. If you look at the closed-end funds that you mentioned, things that like are traded on the OTC, QX, they trade you typically now at significant discounts, to NAV. So like there's a lot of downsides across all these options. And then the ETFs that are available are futures based, and they're going to track Bitcoin's performance by somewhere like 5 to 15% on an annualized basis. So all of those things together, when you look at the landscape, SMAs are really the shining vehicle, in my view, at least based on the current landscape that's out there, where you can get great tracking, low fees, and a fully customized approach to access the space, in addition to having an actual investment manager that can help guide, an RIA through the space, which you also don't get with, a commingled vehicle.
Great. Thanks so much, Chris.
Thanks,
And
Dan.
now we're going to jump into a quick demo of the BITRIA platform. So I'm going to just share my screen quickly here. Okay. So everyone should be able to see my screen now. And this is sort of the login portal. We take the approach of everyone should be logging in through the same portal. So whether you're an advisor, if you're the investment manager, if you're the end client, everybody's logging in through the same portal here. And I'm going to log in as, from the perspective of the manager. And there's subsets of this demo and subsets of this functionality, whether you're an advisor that wants to manage for clients directly, or if you want to outsource to an investment manager or sub-advisor in the network. There's one technology that can provide that experience no matter how you're engaging. And so you can see here, we logged in, we've got a view into the total assets that are being managed here. I can look over different time horizons at performance, and this is both US dollar equivalent on the balance side, or historical AUM, which is a time-weighted return net of fees. I can look at my asset breakdown. I can do some comparative analysis if I'd like, or even go into the table view and look at performance of various assets over different time horizons. You can see that we're also aggregating up the data regarding each of those assets. Over on the right-hand side, there's really the view of the organizations that you're managing, right? So like in this case, it's an investment manager, and so that they're managing for multiple firms in here, as you can see. But if it's just you as an advisor and you're managing for clients, you're going to see one level down, as you can see here. Once we go in there, we can look at individual clients or individual households, and this hierarchy is the most robust that you're going to find from a hierarchy management perspective in the digital asset space. We don't just go down to the client level. We don't just go down to the account level. You can even see that there's strategies or model portfolios and individual assets that roll up into those strategies. And so we'll come back to this briefly in just a little bit when we look at managing accounts, rebalancing accounts. But it needs to be said that you need this level of detail to appropriately deliver a solution and manage a solution, whether through an investment manager or advisor. And this platform offers you that capability. We have a fully digital onboarding. So I want to talk about that before we get into actually managing the accounts. Everything is managed through a signature process for onboarding in clients, getting their data in the system, KYC, BSA, AML. All of that occurs through this interface, and that allows you to get, dedicate more of your time to actually managing the assets or advising on the assets, and less time fumbling around with paperwork. Now let's talk very briefly here about rebalancing. So whether you want to rebalance for many clients, as you can see here, you're able to add in filters, according to AUM, account type, when they were last traded, or portfolio variance, and narrow it down so that your rebalance is only including accounts that you actually need to or want to rebalance. But there's also the capability to go into individual client accounts. So in this case, if we're looking at Michelle Hines, This is her individual account. I'm able to do things like buy and sell into crypto or various strategies, whether it's just a pure play Bitcoin strategy or if it's a whole host of assets, DeFi or metaverse, as Chris was referring to earlier. I'm able to manage my cash as well. So I have a cash account, virtualized cash account in here. And then I'm able to actually rebalance. But before I do that, I just want to highlight that it isn't just one strategy. You can use a model of models approach. And so here we could see if I wanted to diversify into decentralized finance or DeFi for short, I can adopt that in. And you'd see I could set an allocation. Let's make it 50-50. And you can see here that I can't change any of the asset level allocations. That's because it's tied to a model strategy. And so when I'm happy with the allocations that I have, I can go ahead and save that and send that in for a rebalance. And one of the major benefits of this space is that settlement is practically instant. And whether you're doing it for multiple client accounts or single client account, very easy to do, very easy interface, and you can see here that rebalance is actually already finished. And so that's just kind of a taste. There's a lot else that we could talk through here on the demo side, but unfortunately we need to move on to our next session.